Hey guys, SGT Nickel here, and today I want to show you some little shotgun techniques I learned. This is a defensive shotgun technique. It's basically for if you wake up in the middle of the night, you hear a bump, and you want to go down and check. In Canada, we have a law where basically if you blow someone with one of these, you're probably going to jail unless basically the other person had a gun or you were absolutely fearing for your life. That's really the bottom line to it, is really that's your last alternative. So the first things you want to do basically is know how to swing this thing as a weapon, not use it as what it's intended to blow away your opponent, but to actually disable your opponent with it. The techniques with that is, if they're coming, hit them across the top with it. You can jab them with it, hit them in the torso. Hit them in the torso and bring this around. You crack that butt right across their face. You want to hit right here, will knock them out. That's right around the jawline is where you want to smack that butt on if you can. That's this thing right here. Another thing, go for the nose. Smash them right on the nose. Smash them sideways, right on the nose. The chin you can do. I recommend though the nose. It's a much better spot to hit. Come up, go for the chin, swing it up. Same thing with this thing. You can hit them with that too. The shotgun, they can take a lot of abuse. They're made for heavy recoil. You can use it as as basically a baseball bat. And yeah, so there's lots of different techniques for that. When you carry one, never come. Let's say I'm coming out of around the corner here. Never come around with the gun up like so. All they have to do is grab the gun and do that, and the gun's more or less useless. One of your back plans you can do is hit them across the butt with it if they try that. But the best thing to do is come around the corner with the gun down. They could grab it, try and push it down. At least you can try and get their feet. You can blow away their feet. They're going to drop like a rock. They're going to fall right to the ground if you blow away their feet. So that is always an option. Now I'm going to show you this. Firearm is empty. It's been safety checked. The action was open when I grabbed it. So I've got some dummy rounds here. I made them up. Just filled them with wax, crimped the ends down. I didn't want to buy snap caps. So I've got 6. The reason I have 6 is I'm going to show you a little technique that if you come down, you're in your pajamas, you don't have pockets, you can't put shells in, you can load your gun. First of all, by putting the first one in the port. The absolute first thing you do, drop it in your open port. Action should already be open. Then you close it. You got one in the chamber, ready to go. Keep your safety off. That's only going to hang you up when you're scared. Next thing, load them up. And it doesn't take very long. And you put 4 in the tube. If it's the Remington 870, however many your shotgun can hold. It's a little sticky with these ones I made. I figure that's better because it hangs you up. You get used to that. When you go to the regular shells, it's going to be much faster. They'll just feed right in there so smoothly. Proper way to hold your shell is, if you can, this way. Now notice I use my shooting hand. That's the hand that sits on the trigger. You can do that, but in a defensive purpose, you don't really want to do that because someone's grabbed the gun here. You don't have very good gun control. You have this fulcrum. Recommend to hold it by your shooting hand. But this is only for more experienced shooters. If you're novice, don't start out this way because you sort of want your hand away from the trigger when you're starting out. Then when you get more experience, always keep your finger off the trigger until you're ready to shoot, period. Don't walk around with a finger on the trigger. You can have an accidental discharge. You could blow away your wife, your kids, all that just by mistake. It could just be a raccoon outside for what the bang was outside, so it wouldn't even be worth it. So, really, finger always off the trigger. Now I've got this. Just load it in like that. Or want to drop it on the port, like so. You just flip it around this way, and you can slap it in top. So real fast. Now the reason I have this spare one is I'm going to put it in my mouth. I don't have pockets, and I need to hold the gun. I could hold the gun like this with the casing under my hand, but my grip isn't as good. Even with a weak hand especially, it's not very good. So I recommend hold it there, and I'll show you why. I go to shoot. there you go. What I did was I dropped the one casing that was in my mouth straight into the port, and that makes it faster. This is really good for bear defense as well. You have one ready, so if the bear is rushing you, you can empty 6 rounds instead of 5, like this one holds. So the port's open. I just fired off my last round. I opened it. I got it in all, just like that. Boom, like so, real quick. And this method can, of course, be converted to a pistol grip. It's all the same, so I don't really know why I'm showing it, but I'll do it anyway. So, basically, this is unloaded. Safety check's done. Check it. It's unloaded. I got some on the side saddle here, but I'm going to load it with dummies. So I got 1, got 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Now you can always have this, you can always spit it out and load it anytime you want. You don't have to keep it in your mouth till your last shot, but sometimes when you're carried away shooting, you don't have that time to just get it out of your mouth and load it in there, so just spit it into that last empty chamber. So anyway, I can always take off the side saddle, real simple, just pull it, feed in. I like to keep most of my defensive loads here, and I keep my offensive loads on the top. The reason I keep my defensive loads because if I have to go real quick, it's a quick feed, so you don't have to reach over and then in. Now if I want to top port, let's say I want a sound flare, just like that. So I do have those options, but it depends on what handed you are and what's most comfortable for you. So anyway, I did this. Now with this, you're going to have to hold out. You never hold a pistol grip close. You're going to end up getting smacked real good. So you hold it out. But I don't know. All right. There. Done. So, I don't know. Hope that helps some people with their defensive techniques with a shotgun. And remember, be safe. Basically don't point these things at anyone or anything unless you tend to destroy it. And the main thing about in Canada is remember that defensive hitting techniques with your shotgun. Don't go straight to the trigger. It will probably most likely end you up in jail. So hope that is some useful information. And I would recommend these techniques in the woods for bear defense. If you're camping, whatnot, you could still not have pockets on you, but you need to go defend your food that the bear could be trying to take off. And you could have sound flares, rubber bullets, and then lethal load as backup. You could always have a lethal load in your mouth as your backup too. So you fire your sound flare, then you open it, and you got the whatever you've got. You can always dump that out into one hand, port, feed, and then bam. So I don't know. Just thought it'd help.